Alright, you lovely people, welcome to the channel. Today we're going deeper in one of the most important R&B rap song coming out of Brazil of the late 90s. And I'm talking of Racionais MC Negro Drama, which means black drama in Portuguese. So I translated this following the nuances of the original lyrics and also tried to bring back into English a little bit of rhymes. So I'm also wonder to see what you think about this translation, if it captures a little bit the overall vibe of the original in Portuguese. So I'm gonna go piece by piece and then we go through it because I think this song is very important. This song is a big masterpiece of activism, of awareness, and I think it encompasses a lot of Brazil of the late 90s. So I did this reaction a while ago, and I like the song. I really like the live version. I like this old school rap R&B, which is really motivated by the bars, which is telling something instead of just glorifying itself, the gang, the ghetto, and all that kind of crap that unfortunately has proliferated to a degree that it's a parody of itself, a lot of it. Not all, but most of it. Just few voices probably that rise above all the noise. Anyway, let's go. Black drama between the fame and the gutter. Money, envy, problems, the fame gets tougher. Black drama, kinky hair and dark skin. Scars from the star, still looking within. Black drama, you try to see but it's blurry. Just a star far off, all faded and worried. You feel the weight, the price, the pain. In love and in rage, revenge leaves a stain. Black drama, I know who plots and who rides. The trauma I wear so I survive. So I don't end up just another case, another black man gone without a trace. Prison, the favela, sirens, blood, candles, tombstones. This is Brazil, this is São Paulo's song. Trying to live between courage and wrong. I really love this version because already this is a song. All of this is already giving you an entire picture. What if like what I like here is this part specifically, or looking at the sky. And to me, and you see this star is faded and it's away. I love this metaphor of saying, like, you live under the same sky, but even the stars that I look at, they are far away and faded, as if despite the fact already of a reality that is not equal, right, that is disadvantaged, even looking up at the same sky seems like that there is a disadvantage in that as well, like. So I like that. Maybe he didn't mean it that way, but this is the way I see it. Already it's a song. We can wrap it up. It's pretty amazing. Always, corridors, shakes made me of thin. And you ask, what's this got to do with him? Since day one, chasing gold and silver. But look who dies and look who pulls the trigger. Who gets the credit, the badge, the gun? They see me dead or caged, that's tradition, son. Written down in stories, names and files. They ain't admit it's been true for miles. They say black folks don't get a chance. So look at that palace. You didn't build that dance. That type of street creed as well, right? You start from the start basically chasing gold and silver, but look at what happens. Look at how he ends up and who is pulling the trigger. Who gets the credit, the badge, the gun. It's a little bit of saying, like, the people which they're trying to keep law and order, chasing those disadvantaged other human beings that by circumstance, no choice, whatever you want to justify, right, that the circumstance of their environment caused them to take that road that ends up here. So basically, who is in the wrong here? Who is in the right? So they see me dead or caged. That's tradition, son. Again, reinforcing the stereotype of before. That seems like that the only reality of a black man in this case is to end up like that, which is obviously not true. And hopefully less today than it was in the past. I toast to myself, I rose from the deep, proof of the grind, the scars I keep. Money lifts a man from the ditch, but can't remove the ghetto stitch. Few step up just to win the game. The soul holds things, the mind one name. Looking back at every turn I made, who stood close and who just played. Between quotes and ghosts, I see it all. The real ones rise, the weak ones. It would be nice to, like, translation like this would be quite nice to hear a good rapper doing those bars with the beat of the song. Also like that he also immediately reference and immediately clarifies that regardless of the success or that the grind brings you somewhere, you might be lifted off from the ghetto with the money you made, but probably the ghetto doesn't get out of you regardless. So I would say also another stereotype kind of thing. Drama in style, not just in talk. To walk this road you gotta walk. If you flinch, if you fear, you're corn. I stand my ground storm after storm. Let God protect me. He ain't blind. He sees the rich, but the poor's on his mind. I wear black inside and out, a poet warrior with no doubt. In this tale I see the shine, but tell me, brother, don't kill, don't die. Tick-tock, don't wait, look at the hand. This path's a trap, rigged with demands. Anyway, call it a nightmare, that's a compliment. Where I'm from, peace was never sent. In this heat, we sweat ice cold. A kid's notebook turns to a rifle hold. Black drama, music, crime, football, yeah, me too. I couldn't dodge it, I'm part of the crew. Another one, forget Forrest Gump and the feel-good lies. I'd rather tell you what's real, not disguise. It also packs a gigantic punch right there, because there's another strong stereotype of, you know, I'm part of this. I'm victim also of this other reality. You know, music, the crime, the stereotype, the football. And I couldn't avoid it. That's it. You know, I'm part of it. And, you know, F. Forrest Gump, it's a reference probably to American movies or to American movies with a happy ending. Even though the life of Forrest Gump wasn't really easy, it was lucky, but it wasn't easy at all, actually, if I have to be completely honest. So that reference, I think it's much wider in the sense, like, you know, Forrest Gump in terms of like his luck, and also probably more expanded to American movies as a whole, especially the feel-good ones, right? The romantic comedies, that type of stuff. But he says, like, I better be real and tell you just how it is, without disguising it, without sugarcoating it. A black woman, a baby in arms, alone in a forest of concrete and arm. Look again, the crowd's beast, no face, no soul, no peace. Sao Paulo's towers, the drizzle, the stings. This is Babel, confusion with wings. Brazilian family, 2 verses the word, a mother, a dream, a runaway girl. Camera action, here's the take. A bastard son, no dad, no break. Wow, this is, oh gee. And this is sad, man. A bastard son, no dad, no break. A little bit of saying, like, you know, this is where the loop starts to continue to be perpetrated again, right? Broken family, a bastard son, there is no father and no break. I interpret this as there is no somebody that can, you know, keep steady this creature, this new soul, in the right direction, right? It's like you're on the loose, no break, and when you're on the loose and young, with no direction, with no supervision, then you end up always on the wrong side of the street, right? So where the whole perpetuation of stereotypes are created. So I like this part. Hey, Plantation Master, I see you. Alone, you weak, no step, no crew. You said you were best, the slums heard that. They got Nike, Red Bull, and a Get. Yeah, your car's clean, I can't lie. I don't build them, I don't envy try. But your game's rigged, I don't fit, you cheat and still hack legit. I'm a whole problem from one carnival to the next. I came from the jungle, a lion with a permanent flex. You know, in terms of like, I don't know what's the reality of entrepreneurship in Brazil, honestly. So, but this part to me rubs me wrong in the way that um, I think it's very important to get out of the victim mentality. And obviously, some things are real, you know, like it's just the stereotypes. You know, you don't have a father, you don't have a direction, but sometimes even in the most adverse circumstances, if you have a good mother, if you have a good self, so obviously you cannot judge. But like I said, it's very important from a spiritual point of view of trying not to be victimized by your own victimhood, so to speak. So, school's trouble, I got a stack, crazy, but your kid copies me back. He is the sharpest in your crowd, talks my slang, stands out loud, but this is ain't slang, this is dialect. He rose up, you didn't expect. I slid through your radio straight to your seat, took over, you didn't even see. He's probably referring to the people that, you know, a little bit like in the US, they started to take over the you know, the music business, so to speak, probably, and they, you know, everybody else, including the white kids, started to like it. We're this or that. What now? Didn't you say your son wants to be black somehow? Here we go. Oh, the irony hits. Go ahead. Hang Tupac by the kitsch. By the kitsch. Probably is referring like you hang up like a poster of Tupac in the room. Feel the drama. See if you last. Hey, rich boy, who made you so fast? What did you give? What did you make? What did you do for me, for God's sake? I got your gift, sewage and shame, but I don't fold, I played the game. You won't walk when the sea splits. Me, I'm the one who never quits. I'm the man, the one you watch but never understand. Brown, proud, bumping funk, where diamonds come from the muck. Thanks, mom, black drama. All right, well, at least there is a sort of, like I was saying, a positive connotation here of, you know, like this is like a tennis match in between wanting to be the underdog, the things that I said, like not be a victim, realizing you're a victim, but at the same time working to get out of it. I suppose in this case through music, which probably was successful for this band. Actually, I want to hear from you. How do you see this? Is it still relevant today? Or it's fading away a little bit because things are changing so much in Brazil also. The music scene has changed so dramatically. Certain Asia and University Certain Asia, a lot more popish stuff. So people have moved a lot away from this type of things. So I kind of wonder.